Okay, so if you have BPD, and even if you don't, child, don't get caught up in this destiny swapping conversation. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because with BPD, like spiritual philosophies and stuff like that, like we tend to get caught up in them because we're looking for answers. And as someone who is very intrigued by everything spiritual, and I always just want to know more about it and I do my research, that is fine. But to get caught up in it and to start to looking at your life through the lens of destiny swapping, that's gonna have you fucked up somewhere. I'm gonna tell y'all what the real remedy to destiny swapping is: working on yourself, going to therapy, and learning how to set boundaries. And I'm saying that as somebody that's doing that currently. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, y'all. I spent 2 years by myself. I talked about this. Like, after my last relationship, I said I wanted to be single for at least a year. It ended up being 2. And I thought I did a lot of work. I didn't do shit. I didn't do shit. There's so much stuff that I have to look at and like do. You know, and it's like I try to keep a positive attitude. I do, but it's definitely like a lot of work. And I just want to say that because I know how easy it is to fall into something and start to look at your life through those things. And especially with BPD, with us being like easily influenced and us going around other people and like, I won't say us, I'll say me in the past. Like, I've always been that person that will go around other people and start to act like them. And it's like, no, you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I'm not even about to do that to myself and start looking at my life through that fucking lens when I know that I literally have a mental disorder. But you know, I think that it's just better to focus on self, look at your life through your own fucking lens, through, you know, your own therapy sessions, and call that shit a day. Because yesterday I was looking at a video. I'm gonna tag the creator in the comments, and she was talking about how to heal BPD. And she said like tracking your symptoms and stuff, and you know, like your daily symptoms, and like see what outside factors are affecting your daily symptoms, whatever. And then she started to go into fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. And when I started to look at the fight, flight, freeze, and fawn, I realized that I'm tired as fuck. I'm fucking tired. And I'm saying that because I have literally been in fight, flight, freeze, and fawn my entire fucking life, okay? I have been going back and forth between the 4 every single day, every single fucking second of my motherfucking life, and I'm tired as fuck. I'm exhausted, okay? And I'm really doing my best to like transmute this energy, because what the fuck else I'm gonna do? Like, I'm just gonna sit here and be doomed and, you know, be exhausted, and that's fair, you know. Y'all, I broke down after I started reading that shit. I was like, I literally have been in these 4 stress responses my entire life for prolonged periods of time. I'm looking at the shit. Flight, I've been in fight for such a long time. Fight is like yelling, screaming, using mean words, hitting, kicking, biting, throwing, punching, blaming, deflecting, responsibility, defensiveness, demanding, controlling, oppositional, defiant, non-compliant. Y'all, that was my entire childhood. That was my entire childhood. I want to say like my teens. That was my teens, you know. And it was more so like me trying to like get people to pay attention to me. And at some point I switched to flight, okay? And flight is wanting to escape / running, unfocused, hard to pay attention. It really gives like ADHD, fidgeting, restlessness, hyperactive, preoccupied, busy with everything but the fucking thing, y'all. Remember I was just talking about in my other video that I had did my homework for like 3 weeks, y'all. I'm back on a run just like that. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. And I can just feel like my nervous system is just tired. Even at a point in my life where I thought I'd be survival mode, I was still on fucking edge. I was still on edge. Procrastinating, avoiding, annoys the situation that's me down, okay? Moving away from what feels threatening, okay? Anxious, panicked, worried, overwhelmed. Freeze is my motherfucking shit as well. I have a very big habit of ghosting social media. I deleted my Instagram last year. I got a really big habit of just like isolating and fawning. Oh my God, y'all. It's like the shit don't stop. But I will say the one that I'm most comfortable in is freeze. And that's isolating, ghosting social media, because I get into these modes where I just don't want to be fucking perceived. Y'all, I literally ghosted my social media the other day. Like, I ghosted TikTok. And I just deactivated my account. And somebody had DM me and was like, oh my God, I panicked. I couldn't find your videos. I'm like, girl, I was fucking panicking in real life, and I didn't want to be perceived anymore, because I felt like I'm sharing all of this shit, but I'm still fucked up. And then, you know, Fawn. Like, Fawn is like a really big one for me. When I start to get around people, I start to want to take care of them and, like, you know, just kind of put a fence around the threat so that the threat can't get to me. And that is like people pleasing tendencies. But I will say, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of getting a little bit tired of saying that I'm not going to give up, because I'm not. I've never been a bitch that's going to give up. But I am tired. I am very fucking exhausted. And I'm tying this back to destiny swapping, because these responses, these stress responses can make you feel like you are swapping destinies with some motherfucking body. And you can start to feel like, oh, I want to isolate. I want to do this. I want to do that. No, you just lack boundaries. And I'm speaking to me. Like, you just lack boundaries. And I think that we underestimate how hard boundary setting actually is, because we never even take the time to really understand what our personal boundaries are. And sometimes you don't learn them until you interact with other people. Like, it's stuff that I'm learning about myself right the fuck now. And I'm like, oh, that's a boundary of mine. And I have to stand on that shit. And I have to really, you know, enforce that boundary, because it's going to make me miserable if I don't. Destiny swapping is just you lacking boundaries, but I need y'all to like stay on the ground when it comes to that whole conversation, because it can take you down a hole that you don't need to go down. Like, it's not even worth going down that path and looking at your life through that lens, because we are human beings. Like, let's stay on the ground. Let's make sure that our boundaries are firm and intact, and make sure that we are continuing to like focus on our nervous system, so that, you know, we can increase our discernment, you know. And, you know, when people are doing certain things that are like strange and like off, we could just move their ass out the way, you know. We all still learning. We have to give ourselves that grace, and that's what I'm trying to do, because I'm tired. Like, I'm genuinely like tired. And I was talking to one of my mutuals, and we was just saying like, this is like our real life. This BPD shit is our real life. And she was saying that her content used to be all BPD, and she just had to be like, mix it up with other stuff. And like, I try to mix my stuff up with other things as well. And I probably need to put more other things in my content, because I'm just tired. I'm very tired. And I'm noticing like how exhausted my body is. Like, I'm having issues that I shouldn't be having issues with at this fucking age. At 28 years old, certain shit I shouldn't be fucking having. But I did want to put that bug in y'all ear. I'm gonna go more into depth about this like later, at a later time. I'm about to go to IOP so I can like focus on what it is that I'm really trying to get down. I could not think last night. I was just so exhausted. I was like just having a breakdown, because I'm like, this shit is way too much. It's way too fucking much. But we carry on, because I do want to be happy in this life. And I do want to like spread hope to other people, because I know how much it feels like you are hopeless, but we're not. You know, it can feel that way because we are dealing with these severe mental illnesses that we didn't ask for. But we got this. We really do. But yeah, no destiny swapping. Staying grounded, firm boundaries, increasing our discernment, tracking our symptoms. I'll talk about that a little bit more later, like after I actually do it, so that I can share my experience with tracking my symptoms. So hope that helped.